Hello everyone, we are back with March 2020 Low Ink. We're going to go ahead and start here with Hardcore Noobs and Polar Circle. You all wanted Polar Circle, we deliver. So, this one, go ahead.
Admittedly, this is a team that I don't really know a whole lot about, but we're gonna find out together, everyone. And I'm sure you all in chat can tell me a lot about them.
Yeah, definitely. They seemed to be liked here by the chat. They were totally wanted to be seen. So we brought them in. We brought them in here, and they're going to be starting on Tower Control Wahoo. Beautiful map. This set here is a really popular map set. So I think this one's going to be.
It's a very, very large map, massive open map. So it really is a map where, if you are the backliner, you should have a view of pretty much the entire map in front of you at all times. Not a whole lot is going to happen around you unless you have issues allowing people to come up behind you through carousel, but that's quite a long flank, and if your team is moving fast enough, you're not going to have to worry about that in the first place.
We're definitely have the big key here is when you start pushing that tower to kind of hold first the plat. Of course, you got to hold the plat so you don't get shot down from. And the next big position is the far left here. If you can hold that top area, again, it's trying to avoid getting shot down from. That's really hard. It's a really big checkpoint there. That's right at the beginning of it, and you want your players to have full control of it. If not, you're just going to get absolutely destroyed here. And here we go. Both teams are starting strong here. We do see an end zap here in this time. Ooh, good for paint and armor spam here. Ends up fighting the T-Tech. In the end, it looks like the T-Tech is going to win with the support of the 96 Gal. Hardcore Noobs here starting to push at the beginning.
Yeah, I apologize, everyone. I am having a little bit of technical difficulties, so...
We see Hardcore Noobs right now pushing hard, having control of that plat. We talked about controlling that plat is so crucial here. But in the end, Polar Circle able to hold the push. Hardcore Noobs continuing to push that tower. Stingray coming out here, very crucial. Keeping them at checkpoint 1. At the end of the day, though, Hardcore Noobs is going to get back on that tower. You do see Polar Circle multiple down, trying to get back control of their plat and shoot down to this tower. But all of Hardcore Noobs just ready to take them down. And we see them start to push up to the next important objective here on that left side. See right now we have 3 members of Hardcore Noobs there in and around that tower. So crucial, trying to take up this upper area. But right now, the Polar Circle unable to stop it. We get past that last checkpoint, 5 remaining. Polar Circle able to stop it for now, but go 2 down. 2v3. Right, who will take back control tower? Right now, just about neutral.
Absolutely a massive early push right there from Hardcore Noobs. But Polar Circle right there coming out with the Stingray. You know, if I was the Stingray right there, I wouldn't even worry about that sprinkler. I'd just jump away from it and let it paint a little bit. But you know what? You're doing a lot of work. The Stingray, however, is going to come out a little bit early. Hardcore Noobs are going to get their jumps back in pretty quickly here, so they're right back in the fight in mid. They've got missiles out, so they're going to bring the pressure right here. They're going to wait on a push here on the left side, but it's going to be denied right there by the Charger, so it's going to be a really big denial right there. But the right side, they are going to push in from there. They're going to go 1 down right here. So you're going to actually see a little bit of an opportunity right here from Polar Circle, maybe pushing in a little bit far, the Charger a little bit vulnerable, so this is actually not a great situation for them anymore.
Yeah, definitely we see full control of that plat still by Hardcore Noobs, and that's the big reason that Polar Circle will not get anything out of this push past that checkpoint. Just get shot down by 96, well, you know, can't really do much without control of those plats. The first key area on this map, and unfortunately for Polar Circle, they did not have control of it, which is going to stop their push. We see this T-Tech trying to push up hard in a 2v1 scenario, noticing the problem, trying to get some retreat, but help is on the way. and takes
Absolutely.
one
He
down.
falls back right when he needs to. He's got the inkjet right when he needs it as well. They're going to try their very best right here to get some picks right here on the left side. Almost gets a pick on the splashdown with the inkjet. That would have been really, really cool. The bomb is going to go ahead and take 2 of them out right there. So the Charger putting in some work. They are 3 down now. So it looks like Polar Circle actually can push right back in here and get a push going right through mid. If they move fast enough, they have to deny that right side of the map. They have to really work and deny both sides of the map here. And they have to bring a lot more paint than they have at the moment.
Definitely, we see full control of this map right now for Polar Circle, having control of that plat. Hardcore Noobs, though, right now is just getting on the defensive, try to hold this kind of this choke point that they're kind of surrounding right now, but it's really just the T-Tech there. Or sorry, the 96.
Absolutely.
So if he goes down, that's super crucial. We do see this machine trying to get something done. Unable to really push up right now. They're still in a 3v3 scenario, so neither team really giving a budge right now. Though, at the end of the day, we see Polar Circle still pushing that tower, not able to get past this next checkpoint with 30 seconds remaining, trying to retreat, maybe get their team back in. Smart play right now, though.
Absolutely. That splashdown actually is going to be a little bit exposed, but it is going to force everybody out of the vicinity out. But Kojigo, I guess, is going to go ahead and get a pick right here. They're going to be rotating all the way around the left side. The inkjet coming out. He gets a pick on the splashdown, and with the inkjet, he can just focus his shots right on tower right here. And his teammates are going to take the tower, and that's going to be game right there. So game 1 goes to Hardcore Noobs.
Hardcore Noobs doing just a great job on that opening push, taking control of those key areas before Polar Circle got there. They took control of those areas, able to push very quickly, very fast, and holding their defense by holding some of those key positions to really stop Polar Ace from pushing it forward. Sorry, Polar Circle, excuse me.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting comp right there, actually, from Polar Circle. They were running double splashdown. They had a Stingray as a pressure special, but they didn't really have anything to push through with. So they were really just relying on these picks, and you saw right there, they actually had an opportunity controlling the plat right there on their big push down to 41, but Hardcore Noobs just had someone right there on the top left, just sitting and waiting, biding his time, and getting a really big, important pick on the Charger to really just take out the push right from under their feet. So, you know, it really, frankly, it was mostly the comp working against them in the case for Polar Circle. So we're gonna have to see them make a bit of an adjustment here and see what they can bring in order to push together as a team. Hardcore Noobs doing a really good job, though.
I think the big key here that we saw was the teamwork from Hardcore Noobs, especially at the beginning, was so good there, pushing up together around that tower, pushing objective. That's something you don't always see in these lower teams, so I have to give them massive credit for that. And that's so crucial, and that's such a reason why they had such a great opening, was just working together very well. They knew their game plan, they knew what they needed to get done, and it almost got them a KO out of it to start that match just in the first couple minutes. So props to them. We'll see if that continues on Clam Blitz, which is probably the most team-intensive mode in this game. So we'll see if they can continue that teamwork. Very good chance they can come out with the victory in this game, especially on Inkplot here, on a map that does require that teamwork to push with such heavy choke points around the goal.
Absolutely, and if I were Polar Circle right now, I really wouldn't be going with double splashdown again, because you saw when they really tried to push back in on Hardcore Noob's big push in the early portion of the last match, they were pushing in with splashdowns, and those are not pushing specials. They're good area denial specials. If you pop a bomb right under the opponent's feet and pop a splashdown, you force them to back up or die. You know, and that's what it's definitely good for. They have their uses, but it's not really a team-oriented pushing special.
Definitely, we do see some pushes or some paint here going into mid. Both teams dropping a couple down in mid. We already have a big push here from the left side with the Junior and the Slosher already trying to control of the enemy side, and they get the double with the bomb.
Almost a 3, almost 3. Can he get 3 right here? He does. That's going to be absolutely massive right here for Zoom. Amazing job on the junior with Zoom. The huge bomb push. Butter right there on the dualies is going to be the only person left in mid. He's going to do the smart thing and jump right out. If you're Sky right now, it's now time to push up and start putting shots on their plat and really give some pressure. You know, really give your teammates some assistance with that pressure. You're going to see right here, because the Charger didn't push up and really add some pressure, that they were able to push right back in, and Hardcore Noobs is now going to have control of mid all over again. So those 3 early picks are, nothing is going to come out of them, but a big bomb kill right there by the Charger, actually. Charger is pushing up a little bit now.
I gotta give some credit to Butter. We didn't see a lot of it, but we definitely saw him at the distracting multiple members of Polar Circle there and preventing them from pushing up. Butter wasn't really much of a threat, but at the end of the day, they distracted multiple members of Polar Circle and denied that push from going anywhere at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And we see Hardcore News pushing up. We have a Slosher Machine on the plat. 2v1 going down. 1 down on each side, but the backline is crucial loss here.
Absolutely.
So, trade there.
So you can't really make much of a push happen if your backline is down right here. You're going to see Polar Circle have to bide their time. Zoom putting in a flank right behind their basket. They're going to jump with the ball. They're actually going to get a push off right here. Really good awareness play. Good teamwork right there. They're actually going to miss one, and they're actually going to get it in after all. Really good job right there. The Charger getting really aggressive. If I was the Charger right now, I'd jump out and save your Stingray.
I think the big thing here is Hardcore Noobs wasn't going in after him, so until he jumped out, he wasn't necessarily invulnerable, definitely could be picked, but with the weapons that were shooting at him, they didn't really have the range. He could have sat up there for a little bit longer, actually, and take some shots down, but wouldn't have been the smart play, simple play, just jump out. The baller coming out, this is going to be big jumps here.
Don't shred the baller with the power clam. Oh, and they do, unfortunately.
They got one of the balls, though. Big crucial kill. That bomb rush.
That's an effective wipe right there. The machine is trying to regain their plat a little bit. They actually are a little bit under pressure right here. Hardcore Noobs is going to try to push in from the right side into mid. They're going to have their backs against the wall right here with the Charger aiming right down their face. They are going to get one really big pick here, and that's going to allow them to actually push up quite a bit harder. So we're actually going to see the armor come out in defense right here from Polar Circle, and another massive pick right there by McJohnny. So this actually could be a huge push. Another pick.
McJohnny here doing some work, forcing Sky to be alone. This should be an easy score here for the Hardcore Noobs. McJohnny here doing well. They do get 2 balls in, though.
Massive bombs, though. Huge bombs to really minimize the damage right there. Really good bomb placement there by Zoom. Absolutely phenomenal play. Really smart play. Really just making things happen the right way. Just, you know, you don't have to put your face right up in front of them if you've got the bomb support right there to do it for them and they're jumping. So that was really good area denial bombs. Butter right there getting a massive pick, getting a double right there actually. 2 down, 3 down on the side of Polar Circle. So this is going to be a push right here for Hardcore Noobs. Oh.
As mentioned, we do have that DC on the side. It looks like they are still playing it out as it was past the time limit. They do need to play it out here. Butter's still just dominating here at the end of the day, but doesn't look like they have full heart here into this one. But at the end of the day, that's what happens when you're in a 3v4 scenario. There was a little bit of hesitation, but at the end of the day, because of our DC rules, it was past the time for a replay, so we must continue on here. Polar Circle just trying to push on, trying to get something together. You know, it's always good to try. At the end of the day, no matter if you're down a person, down in the set, gotta put your all in it.
Absolutely. And you know what? You know, as somebody who's played competitive for quite a while now, I can say, look, I've won 3v4s. They happen. They're rare, but they happen. Especially in modes like Clan Blitz or Rainmaker, don't give up hope. You have to keep playing it out.
Unless, of course, you can go through the DC rules. If you know the DC rules and your DC
if you know the DC rules, just stop playing.
Yeah. If you're within that time limit, do it, or score limit, because most tournaments have both. including low ink ourselves. We have a score limit. You get past 40, 40 remaining, so a little bit past the halfway. The time doesn't matter. So if you do that right off the bat, it's the DC rules wouldn't be in effect. But you got your first few minutes here to for that DC to occur and the game to reset. But we're gonna have to move on to another popular map here. Splat Zones on the Reef, a 2-zone map, but really it's almost like an effective 1-zone map with how close they are together.
Yeah, and you know, it's a little bit of an unfortunate situation right there for Polar Circle because they had a really good opportunity to really turn the set around and come back with the win for the set. But, you know, if I were them, I wouldn't have my hopes down because every match counts. So, you know, Splat Zones is probably going to play to their strengths a little bit better than Hardcore Noobs. You saw Hardcore Noobs was playing up and playing very, very aggressive and taking you know, advantage of multiple angles of pressure around the sides more specifically. So you're going to see Polar Circle possibly on this map if their charger can get some really, really big picks here and they can really control that bridge, the game's won.
Yes, definitely. I mean, controlling that bridge is super crucial, but the big thing is, even if you control the bridge, you got to remember to get the zones. A lot of teams, they tend to focus one or the other. They forget about doing both. So even if both teams are focusing the bridge, you got to remember, you still got to cap the zones. If you don't cap the zones, you can't get points. You can control the bridge all day, but if you're forgetting to have somebody drop down and cap those zones, it doesn't matter. I've seen teams that when they're controlling the bridge well, if they aren't going down and dropping down and getting those zones, the other team can still be scoring points without having control of it, or at least having contested because they can control at least one of the 2 zones while not having control of bridge, building up their special, getting ready to push back in.
You know, being a double zone map, these are actually very small zones. You can cap them with a Booyah Bomb, right? So if you run something like double Booyah Bomb, and if you get a really big early push, and then just stall and stall and stall and just stall as much as you can with Booyah Bombs and just get easy caps to you know, basically force the other team to have to push quite a bit longer than they otherwise would have. You know, you can really make things happen on this map.
You can neutralize zone with a bomb and a little bit more. So like even a double bomb junior like we see here can cap the zone. At minimum, neutralize it very easily. So this is something where you not even just the Booyah Bomb, just simple things you have on your kit can easily neutralize zone from a distance.
Absolutely.
With no problem here. We see the junior already throwing all those bombs. We saw him already having armor ready. And we see their team pushing up and controlling bridge. So Polar Ace coming out very strong.
They're going to push right through on those bombs right there, actually. And that's going to be a massive, massive pick right there for Butter. He's going to go ahead and take zones. This is going to be huge. The splashdown actually takes one of them out right there. Good splashdown there by Zoom. He might get a second. Actually, he does go down. So it looks like Kojigo is going to have to fall back out of that situation, but really good play right there by the front line to take out the back line on bridge and really open things up.
Very well played so far by Polar Ace. Both teams though playing very well, still very neutral game, kind of continuing what we saw in that Clan Blitz where both teams whoever just had a 1 or 2 play difference right now. I think these teams are pretty evenly matched. We especially saw them in the Clan Blitz, and right now we're really seeing in this match a lot of neutrals, a lot of trades, a lot of about even amount of people down. So both these teams are playing very well. Only that first game was really one-sided in any bit, and it wasn't really truly that one-sided.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stalling right here from Polar Circle, so exactly what I was mentioning earlier. That's going to be 2 going down right there. Butter's going to take out the back line. And this pick right here might save it. No, Johnny is going to get the 3rd pick, so it doesn't matter how hard that Slosher pushes back in. They are going to put more points on the board. So, but really the Slosher right here, Meow, is just doing a lot of damage control right here.
Really, and of course getting counter-picked by this Tri-Slosher, who gets 2, mind you. Super crucial. Butter's not going to get the 3rd one there. Heavy Remix with armor is going to win that fight 9 times out of 10 here.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and he does survive.
But popping that Booyah Bomb actually gets him killed because the Tenta Missiles just fall right on top of him after he's already weakened.
The thing is with Booyah Bombs, if you have Tenta Missiles chasing you, never pop a Booyah Bomb. Because they just go right through a Booyah.
We see We see Hardcore Noobs right now really set up really well, but it came off one play. It really came off one big play, and I think if Polar Circle can get a big play here together, they can definitely take this game back. We do see a neutral by Polar Circle.
And we're going to see the missiles come out. You know, if they stick themselves underneath bridge, it's not going to hurt them too much. But that baller is going to be pretty huge, though. Allow them to push up. The V-Jet is... Yeah.
At the end of the day, even if they didn't hold the zone, which they didn't, they got the cap, which is a big penalty, a 40-point penalty on Hardcore Noobs. Give you a chance to come back, build your specials. If you can stay alive and work together, chance to come back here without too much penalty. But it looks like the penalty is going to basically be erased here. Hardcore Noobs set up pretty well. Polar Circle going down a couple for them on their side. See the armor come out just a little too late there to save the junior of Polar Circle. 2v2 right now. Two specials coming out. A armor for Hardcore Noobs and a baller coming in. Oh, and we see the DC again on the
huge picks
side of Polar Circle.
Yeah, really unfortunate. You know, and frankly, there were some picks on the side of Hardcore Noobs that, you know, were pretty controversial. On this map especially, going with something like the Vanilla Jet is actually a pretty interesting, probably not the best pick that they could have made. It'll lay down a lot of paint, but really it doesn't have a lot of killing power, and it took away a lot of their aggression in this match. So up until that DC really changed things completely, they actually lacked in a lot of other assets. The missiles only brought in help maybe 2 or 3 times.
And the big kill it got though was taking down that buoy bomb. That was super crucial when you could take down that buoy bomb. First put him out of position, and then get the kill secures. Massive help when you take down that back line. Very unfortunate there for Polar Circle to have the DC. Clan Blitz game very even up until that point, and that game wasn't that far in Hardcore Noob's favor. I think really just a couple key plays putting Polar Circle down on their heels.
Oh,
yeah. We
yeah.
had that couple triples there in the middle of the matchup. That was really, I think, the big tipping point in Hardcore Noob's favor, why they were leading in both of those games prior to the DC over Polar Circle. With just a few plays different, it's really, really close there. They were pretty close there in that set.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Polar Circle, they had the lead for a good portion of the match too, especially at the beginning. So you could tell they had it in them. They really could have made something happen and really taken that match. But unfortunately, when the internet isn't working with you, the internet isn't working with you.
Yeah, and sometimes that is exacerbated here, unfortunately, in this tournament, just playing, multi-continent, so that does happen. But at the end of the day, there's not much we can always do here. We do love the fact that we have, Europe and NA here. We love seeing you guys all come from multiple countries around the world. Super awesome. We've had some German winners, we have some French winners. Of course, we've had Canadian and American winners in the past. We've had I think we've had a team from Sweden in top 2. I think they just lost. So just to name a few regions here, I know we had UK winners. So across Europe, across NA, we've had winners and finalists here. So it's been awesome to see. We're going to go ahead and head out for just a little bit here, and we'll go into our round 3 set. Thank you all for continuing to watch, and we'll see you in just a few moments.